row, and they started to feel good about themselves. Devin Booker became a star at that time, but they were still missing a key piece, and that piece was Chris Paul. They needed a guy to come in and give them veteran leadership and poise, a guy that can run the show, and also a guy capable of getting you big buckets in pressure situations. And their backcourt took over the game in overtime. That's what it came down to. Devin Booker was sensational. He started overtime by getting a layup right off the jump ball, and then he got to his spots when he needed to get to them. Another big scoring night for him, but to me, it was when he did it in this one that was the most impressive. And then Chris Paul's mid-range game from the middle of the fourth quarter on all the way through overtime, his ability to get to his spot off pick and roll and hit those lean back jump shots that he's known for. I think their backcourt was the difference between the two teams in this game. You know, Phoenix, there's a lot of reasons for their success. We talk about Paul and Booker. Other guys, Mikal Bridges taking a big step forward. DeAndre Ayton's a better player. Cameron Johnson is a better player. They added Jay Crowder, another veteran guy who played in the finals a year ago. So you can't say enough about veteran leadership. And for Utah, they've got to be careful because as good as they have been and as good as they can be and as great as Donovan Mitchell is, they can't get too one-dimensional, and sometimes they do, and I felt they got that way down the stretch of this game. They're at their best when multiple guys are running ball screen because they've got four guys that can do it. And when they move the basketball and shoot the basketball at an elite level, that is what's gotten them to the best record in the Western Conference. And sometimes they rely too much on Donovan Mitchell in certain tight spots to go be spectacular. If they do that, it becomes too predictable. They're going to find themselves getting in trouble against a lot of different teams in the Western Conference because it is loaded. Even in the first round, you could end up with a team like Portland or Dallas or a team very, very explosive. You got to be careful with Utah. Continue to move the basketball. We know Mitchell can get a basket whenever he wants, Linda, but I thought they got away from their style, and it helped Phoenix out in this one, and their guards took over the game as a result.
Legs, quickly, who wins a best-of-7 between the Jazz and Suns?
I think I would lean toward the Phoenix Suns. I think having two different guys that you just trust to run your offense through at the end of the game. And by the way, another thing in this game that people should have noticed, they can get gritty when they need to. They were unbelievable defensively in the first half, Linda, and their offensive rebounding, the nuts and bolts, hard hat type stuff in the second half was a big factor in this game. So they're not just a finesse offensive team. They can roll their sleeves up when they need to. I saw that out of them tonight. They've got 5 contenders on their schedule in the next 3 weeks. This was the first one. They took care of the Jazz. Let's see how they stack up against some of these other top teams in the league. But I'm very impressed where Phoenix is. This is more than a good story, Linda. This is a very good team. And they have a legit shot to make some noise now in the West.
They're a game and a half behind Utah for the best record in the NBA. Tim Legler, thanks.